This forum will consist of questions that were developed mainly through public input on a blog at fresnofusion.com. Each candidate has been mailed a final list of 21 questions, possible questions on a wide range of downtown-related topics. This list of questions was also made available to you, our audience, at the door when you came in. Questions from the list have been chosen randomly in a scientific way that I cannot begin to explain to you, but trust me, it's fair. 10 of the 11 candidates are here? No. Down to 9? 9 of the 11, or do we have 10? 9. 9 of the 11 candidates in the race are here. Mr. Boswell and Mr. Monreal, I understand, did not respond. Now, because of the large number of candidates present, we will ask 3 questions chosen at random. We will ask 3 candidates at a time, chosen at random, to respond to each question for up to 45 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, I know that's going to be difficult. These are complex questions. I'm not saying that to be humorous, but we are asking you. This is a very difficult kind of forum to do because of the number of candidates. And if we gave you a couple of minutes in every question, most people would be gone. So keep your answers at the limit that we have said to you. A new set of 3 candidates will then be asked to respond each time we go to a new question. Now, Dr. Tom Holyoke, down here in the first row, front seat here, our highly overqualified timekeeper, will hold up a yellow card when 30 seconds have passed, and a red card when time is at 45 seconds. Mr. Holyoke, Dr. Holyoke, see that? There he is, right there. Now, when you see that yellow card, I'm saying to you, please start winding it down. When you see the red card, if you're in the middle of a sentence, I'm not going to cut you off. But if, when you see the red card, you say, furthermore, and I also would like to say, I am going to cut you off. So please work with us on that. Now, candidates, you've seen these questions in advance, so please be prepared to be as direct and precise as you can and help us get through this in an interesting, fast-moving way. Another important point of information for the candidates, as I explained, we're changing questions after every 2 or 3 answers. There's a reason for all this, but I'm sure that there are going to be times when you're going to be sitting there thinking, I want to answer that question. Why'd they let just those 2 or 3 answer it? So this is very important. We understand that, and we've provided a little loophole for you, so listen carefully. About halfway through the forum, we're going to have an open round, a round in which we will offer each of you 30 seconds or so free to say, I really wanted to say something about question X or whatever it is. So make a few notes so that you'll be ready for that, because it will be a very brief time, but it will give you a chance to elaborate on something that perhaps you really wanted to get into and did not get asked. All right, with 10 candidates, 9, we cannot allow, and we will not allow, criticism of each other. We don't think that it's right. He winced. Please ask you, the reason for this is that if you do that, you have to allow rebuttal. And if we start allowing rebuttal, we've lost complete control of the whole thing in terms of balancing the minutes and all of that type of thing. So the purpose of this forum is, I'm talking to them right now, the purpose of this forum is to find out what you think about the issues and what your ideas are, and I'm sure that you will agree with that. I hope so. Now to our live audience. You are alive, aren't you, out there, I hope? And I have to say it that way because this, the content of what is happening tonight will be put online on KFSR and Valley Public Television. But to you folks, if you picked up one of the blue candidate question cards when you entered the ballroom, our open round, about halfway through our evening, when we go into this open round, will be the time that your deadline to give those cards to our staff of Fresno State volunteers. And we'll remind you at that time, if you decide you have a question you want to ask, we're not going to guarantee we can get them all in, but we'll try. And our Fresno State volunteers, they'll be walking around picking those up.